Okay, so you're ready to go. You've got your lumber. So what's the first thing you do? Well, I cut all my lumber to measure right off the bat. To do that though, you remember that you're using wood that's not primo, right? It's utility grade. So the first thing you want to do is put aside, as I've done right here, the boards I want to be for the tops. So I go through all the lumber, I find the best stuff and put it aside. So the tops you'll do later on. So now all my lumber is cut and ready to go. I'm going to build one of my last side pieces. And as I showed you before, you have those two sections you're going to slot together. So what I'll do is I'll take my 4x4 pieces. These are about 18 and a half inches long. I'll find the good side and I'll put it down, right? So everything's reversed as to what you see right now. So all of the hardware is hidden, as we said. So this is the quote unquote bad sides of the wood. So the good sides are face down. I simply lay them out and I'm going to leave space here because when we put these together, there's going to be another 2x6 coming up here. So I need to measure that off, 1.5 inches. This one's a little goofy because remember how I was saying how I would do this differently and I do all 2x6s? When I got to the lumber yard, the 2x8s were different, both variety of wood, and they were the really rough grade. So as a result, they're higher, and that means if they're higher here and I'm putting the next piece of wood in, it's going to be wider than the usual 1.5 inches. So I had to sort of do something you're not going to have to worry about, which is make an adjustment. So because it's rough grade, you're going to need these clamps. The boards are going to be warped. And of course, when you're doing this, use leverage. So here I've got this at the far end because that way I can get more leverage for the middle part. When I put these down, I'll just drill them and then bolt them all at one time, so I don't do it separately anymore. And as you can see, this is going to be a little bit different. This one here is sort of, I need that 1.5 inches for the wood that comes up. On the middle section, I don't, so I'm gonna square that up. And so of course that other board's gonna come into here later on. And you'll mark them as you can see. It's that simple. Once they're bolted together, you're done.